Okay, and we're back with more Great Ace Attorney. I guess maybe we should introduce ourselves now. I'm Devin, aka Shiro. I'm the one. I'm the one pushing buttons here.
Nice. I am Haley, also known as Sakura. I sit here and watch.
Yes. Let's okay. Let's continue. Yes. The Adventure of the Unbreakable Speckled Band.
Ooh, Speckled Band.
Yeah. So what's interesting is I mentioned this last stream, but I've actually read this story that this is based on.
In a corner of that small, dark room, Sholmes and I waited with bated breath.
Sholmes!
There came from the ventilator a hiss and a soft, almost growl-like sound. Suddenly, Sholmes sprang into action, lashing furiously with his cane at a point in the darkness.
Ah.
You see it, Wilson? He yelled, his tense voice reverberating through the air.
This is from the story.
I raised
the
lantern's shutter, and the room slowly came into view.
Yeah.
Sholmes was staring intently at one particular corner when he started whispering to me. The victim's most perplexing final words. The Speckled Band. I believe this is the terrible coil to which you referred, Wilson. In front of us was an enormous adder, its fangs bared as it threatened to strike.
This is exactly...
It truly was the most terrible speckled band I had ever seen.
Exactly as it was in the story.
Did a snake kill someone in the story or something?
Yeah, a snake was the murder weapon, basically.
Ah.
One second.
Ooh,
so then,
so pretty.
let's unravel this mystery and discover what events led to this curious murder.
No!
Do excuse me.
Wait, what? I think I missed something.
From the inside when the man was killed. No marks to suggest the bolt was tampered with in any way. So, this would appear to be a locked room mystery.
Wait,
In his
please,
final moments,
no.
the victim scrawled a message on the floor. Almost certainly with the ink from this upset bottle.
Huh?
A Russian
Oh god, I saw a headband.
Oh no!
Suggesting he was compos mentis at the time. This is a most extraordinary script. And evidently not penned by the same hand as this message. In fact, I deduce it was written by someone of a different nationality.
He has a chemical gun?
When?
This paper seal was placed just prior to the incident by the victim himself, I would venture. Well, what have we here?
Huh?
Who are you, and what do you think you're doing here?
No one must touch before maritime police come. We must wait. Shh. That won't be necessary.
Those guys were Russian.
In less than 5 seconds from now, I will reveal the killer to you.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Don't be absurd. This is murder, and it can be locked from inside.
Ah yes, the locked room. But that mystery is paper thin.
You don't mean the culprit is in there?
Why does she have an English accent?
And where have you come from?
Wait a minute, isn't that detective?
The detective, what?
From the first case. The waiter.
I presume you must have heard of me.
I think I missed... And...
Okay, like, it didn't show who was dead, but I clearly saw a red headband.
Oh dear.
If it is, I'm going to cry.
My head is throbbing. What's going on? Something's not right here. There's trouble in the air. Wait.
Since when isn't there?
I thought that was... Oh, this is Herlock. I think I'm playing as Herlock. Oh wait, no, I'm playing as Ryunosuke.
No.
I'm playing as Ryunosuke. Wait, I can't move! Ah! What the?
He's committed murder again.
Why am I in handcuffs? So, you wake up now, Oh wait, Russian guy.
Duh.
We had you drag out of wardrobe. I do not believe how you could not wake up. You are a true cold-blooded man. Cold as Siberian winter. You... Ha! You found me then! Duh, we found you. And now you pay, criminal. You know I'm Russian.
Criminal would.
You know I'm Russian because I use the K. K as in Kremlin.
I'm assuming that's criminal in Russian. Goes with a K.
Yes. You see, in Russia, we put everything with a K instead of a C. Just like famous video game, Mortal Kombat.
Ooh.
How long are you hiding in that tiny wardrobe, sorry. Now you have been found. It is time to admit your crimes. Unless you want to find out how cold the ocean is, Ocean is cold like Siberian winter. No, I'll tell you everything. There's only one thing I'd like to know from you. ... Isn't that... Oh, it's her.
Oh. Oh, geez. Okay, I wasn't ready for that. Why did you do it? Why did you take his life?
Miss Susato! Wait, what did you just say? Take his life? Where is he? Where's Kazuma? Dun dun dun!
So,
Oh no.
I refuse.
Ha! You pretend you do not know? You are a wolf in sheep's pelt. You are the killer. Do not try to make excuses. What?
Kazuma-sama's body was discovered not long ago. No!
No!
Hey, in this very cabin that was bolted shut from the inside.
No!
Damn it!
I should have seen it coming. I mean, I literally predicted it last time, but yeah.
Not my baby!
Oh. His body? Please, do not try to tell us you were doing this terrible thing in your sleep.
Maybe.
I don't know, maybe. Kazuma's dead? No, but he said he wouldn't die. Right to my face multiple times. Why? But he can't be. And these handcuffs. Surely you don't think I...
No. Why did you take Kazuma-sama's life? Answer me, please!
No. No!
I wonder if we've seen the killer already. Because, you know, back in the old school games, you'd see them immediately.
Yeah, I get the feeling this, this might be a bit more complicated, but we'll see.
Damn it!
Kazuma. It was just 2 short weeks ago. Are you sure about this? Won't we get in trouble? Ha 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 ha! Don't you find it fun being a stowaway? Besides, how else could you come to England with me to study? It was really something else when they brought your luggage in here earlier, though. Yeah, I was, like, super cramped in there. I'm kinda surprised that they didn't find me. Why on earth did you even do this?
Asuma.
Oh god. I'm just imagining that scene in Haruhi Suzumiya where Kyon is trying to take his bag for like a vacation and his sister's hiding inside of it.
Yeah.
God. The way that Russian crewman just tossed your traveling case onto the floor, I thought I was gonna die.
How did he fit?
Yes. I still can't quite believe that. I really didn't think you'd be able to fit inside my trunk. You must be even less of a man than you look. Oh.
Oh!
Dude! Dude!
What's that supposed to mean?
Hey! Honestly, I thought I'd broken every bone in my body. Well, it's about 50 days until we dock in Great Britain. But if you confine yourself to my cabin here, I don't expect anyone will discover you. I hope not. I get the feeling those Russians wouldn't be very forgiving of a stowaway.
Ugh.
They throw me into the river, like... Well, not the river, the ocean. I forgot where I was going with this.
Just down the river.
Just down the river. They are a sturdy bunch, that's for sure. What I want to know is, why do we need to keep it a secret from the young lady? From our faithful judicial assistant Mikotaba, you mean? From your close friend, more to the point. Surely we could confide in her, couldn't we? I don't believe she'd give me away. No, but if she knew what we'd done, that would make her guilty by association. It's best that only you and I know about this. It will be our little secret, till death do us part. Oh.
Cry.
I suppose so. Anyway, it's about time that the steward is supposed to come and clean the cabin. I know it's cramped, but you'd better get in there, I think. It won't be for long. And anyway, compared to hiding inside my traveling case, it'll be a breeze.
Get in there.
Oh, great. Now I gotta... Why did I agree to this? Yes, but what if the steward decides to open the wardrobe for some reason? Then I'll be in for it. Stop worrying. I'll tell you what. Why don't you write keep out or something on this piece of paper? What? Then I can stick it on the wardrobe doors, then I can stick it on over the wardrobe doors once you're inside. I don't know. We've only been at sea for about 15 days. How can this have happened? We were supposed to be going on this adventure to England. Together! It was just going to be the two of us.
No!
Just the two of us. We can make it if we try. Just the two of us. We leave you at next port. Stay quiet until then. Don't make more trouble for yourself. Murderer. No, I'm not a murderer. Duh, you said before. You said you admit everything about your crimes. No, that's not right. I mean, yes, I did stow away on this ship, but... Murdering my best friend? No one else could have done it. Admit the truth.
Is it bad that I already have theories going through my head, or maybe just because I'm in denial?
You think you might still be alive?
What if it's like a test to see if he's, good enough?
I admonish your positivity. I admonish your positivity. Admonish? I don't know if that's the right word.
I don't know.
Susato-san. Please, tell me what happened. I need to know.
Very well. But there is something I would like to ask of you, too.
Ugh, those eyes. She looks like she's ready to destroy me. This nightmare is getting worse by the minute. I can't deal with aggressive girls. They make me all
Laser beam
nervous.
ready!
I suppose all I can do is try to find out what really happened. He really has been killed, hasn't he? This isn't just a bad dream. And these handcuffs, they think I did it? They think I'm Kazuma's killer?
When they found him, the cabin was locked from the inside.
What do you mean?
Looks at door. There's no access to the cabin via the porthole window, and the bolt on the door can't be operated from the outside. In other words, after the crime, the culprit couldn't have escaped these four walls.
What?
Why do I make her English?
Oh, relax. Relax, we'll just... Look,
They did it in the animation, now it's in my head.
look, Ryunosuke speaks English, like
I know,
American,
right?
American/Canadian English, so let's just go with that, okay? We don't have to be completely accurate here.
I guess so.
I'm not gonna be giving Ryunosuke a Japanese accent. That would be bad.
True.
Yeah, that would not be good. Anyway,
Or, to put it another way, the culprit can only have been somebody inside this cabin. Or do you have some other explanation?
maybe the killer was a ghost.
Cosmo killed himself! No, that makes me sad.
No, that he wouldn't do that, would he?
Oh.
He was big into samurai culture. No, he wouldn't.
He was playing with his sword and the boat tipped him over.
Fell on top of his sword. Yes, that's it. This is impossible. How did he die then? What happened exactly?
Are you still going to deny the charge? Even despite the circumstances?
Please, Susato-san, you have to tell me.
The cause of death is still undetermined. He's not dead. They haven't come up with a death yet. He's not dead.
They don't know how he died.
The ship's doctor is examining the body, but he has no post-mortem analysis experience. Likely story.
The doctor's in on it! It's a conspiracy! Hashtag Kazuma's still alive. We'll get this trending on Twitter, and then the devs will change it, even though this game has been out for like 5 years.
Yeah. I don't suppose we shall learn more until an expert has been consulted at our next port of call. So presumably that means... Oh, that's you!
Sorry.
Oh, yeah.
So presumably that means there were no obvious external signs of injury then.
That's true, yes.
Okay. Can't anyone tell me what actually happened here in this cabin? I don't understand it. Why would anyone want to kill Kazuma?
He's a good boy! Presumably, that's something you know the answer to better than anyone.
Please.
Whatever you say, you were here in the cabin after all.
Okay, so my theory is not about whether or not Kazuma is alive, because unfortunately I'm going to have to take the stance that Kazuma is dead.
No!
But my guess is it was a snake that did it. Because that's...
Slippery snake.
Damn that snake! Anyway. Well, yes, I was, but...
He would always wake before dawn and do his training first thing in the morning. I was waiting outside his cabin, as I have every day so far on this voyage. But this morning, he did not come. I could sense that he wouldn't.
Does that mean he was already dead when Susato-san arrived at his cabin door, I wonder?
I knocked, but there was no reply. Then I started to become worried. So I went to find a member of the crew. The crewman forced the cabin door open, and when we managed to get inside... No! There was Kazuma-sama, collapsed on the floor.
Oh no! Maybe it's all a ploy, a trick. Maybe he just took some bad alcohol.
His lifeless headband.
Oh god. I'm just imagining the headband now is like crossed its arms over like in prayer. Like,
oh, like that, yeah.
Oh god.
The
You were close.
headband did it.
You were close to the body, and despite having absolutely no motive or reason to kill Kazuma, just you must say the guilty party. Yeah, that's how Ace Attorney works. Welcome to Ace Attorney.
Logic.
Yay. And the white tape there now shows exactly where he was found, I suppose. I had no idea anything had happened. I must have been asleep in the wardrobe somehow.
Drugged!
He must have been drugged. Yeah, maybe.
I wish it wasn't the case, but that's just very hard to believe.
This is all very hard to believe for me, too. Trust me.
Now I've told you everything that I know. So it's my turn to ask you a question.
Yes, alright. My head feels so heavy. It's still throbbing like anything. That's a weird sentence. Anyway.
So his head is throbbing, and it took him a while to wake up when they took him out of the closet. So he was clearly either whacked in the head or drugged.
Yeah, one of those two.
I'm guessing.
Yeah, one of those two.
Right, why are you even on board this ship, Naruhodo-san? You said something before about being a stowaway, didn't you?
Oh, yes. I'm afraid that's true. You see, Kazuma and I, we just really wanted to get away somewhere for a little while, take a vacation together, you know, go and see the world before we come back home. But now this... I wanted to elope! And now this! I could still hear his voice. Gay, gay, homosexual, gay. It's 2 weeks since we left Japan now, and I've been shut up in this cabin in the entire time.
I have no idea. But how could you have occupied Kazuma-sama's cabin for so long without him noticing? Oh, come on. That's
no.
you.
Oh, my bad. No. That would have been impossible, obviously. ...
Yes, of course.
Kazuma invited me. He wanted us to go to England together. Oh.
He actually asked you? But why? Why?
I'm afraid I don't really know the reason myself. Maybe it has something to do with the fact that he loved me greater than any man ever did.
Yes!
Oh.
I don't understand.
Flash. Kazuma, why did you want this? What's the real reason? Why go to such extreme lengths to smuggle me to England with you? Oh god, I thought that said snuggle for a moment.
He wants to snuggle.
I want to snuggle. ... It's an idea that's been in my mind ever since the end of that incredible trial. I think I told you then, didn't I? That you ought to become a lawyer yourself. Well, yes, you did say that, but I didn't think you were serious. You have a talent for it. I can assure you of that. You have an amazing talent. Now let's hope that your other talent doesn't involve your mentors getting unceremoniously executed one case after your first one.
Ah, damn it.
Yeah, that's unfortunately kind of common with the Wright family.
Failed already.
But I've never really thought about becoming a lawyer. Well, that's something you can decide for yourself. London is at the spearhead of cultural development, the center of the world in many ways. There can't be any harm in seeing such an important place with your own eyes, can there? Well, no, definitely not. But on a personal level. If you were to become a lawyer, then... ... Then what? Nothing. Forget it.
They
If
could
you were
be
to
lawyer husbands?
If you were to become a lawyer, we could legalize gay marriage throughout Japan. Then we could be together.
The dream!
The dream! ...
Kazuma-sama is... He was always saying the same thing. That he wanted to change the Japanese legal system.
To approve gay marriage, right?
Of course. Perhaps he thought that he could... No, I read that too quickly after it was going through. I caught up with it. Perhaps he thought he could do that with you.
You know, I think Japan just recently legalized gay marriage. I think the courts approved gay marriage just very recently. Like in 2020 or something.
That sounds familiar.
Yeah, I think I read a report on that somewhere.
Or at least they were attempting it, and they were trying to get a... What's it called?
Yeah.
But they were bringing it to light again or something.
Right, okay. Yes, maybe. But something's still bothering me a little. Look in his eyes, then. Oh no! He's realizing something! We're falling into the kill your gays trope!
No!
It was darker than I've ever seen it before. Susato-san. I'm sorry that we keep it a secret from you. My stowing away on the ship, I mean.
If I know Kazuma-sama, I expect he was trying to protect me, to avoid me becoming guilty by association.
Yeah, that's Kazuma, alright. Protect everyone.
You right.
Yes, that's exactly right, yes. Word perfect, in fact. Okay, last night.
Last night. Sorry. If you're not the culprit, then tell me. What happened last night here in this cabin? Got some candles, some nice wine. I'll put a little music on as well.
Okay. ... Well, the thing is... I don't really remember.
He had too much wine.
Got kinda intense after the third glass of wine. Cosma brought me something to eat, just like he always did. And then I got myself into that wardrobe over there, just like I always did. After that, I...
Fell asleep?
Yeah. Well, yes.
If you want to call it that. So deeply that you couldn't even stir when Kazuma-sama was killed?
I was drugged! Well, yes. I know it sounds unbelievable. Really, I do, but it's the truth. If only I'd woken up, then perhaps I wouldn't be in this predicament, and Kazuma might still be alive.
No, Kazuma!
And for some reason, my head's still throbbing like anything.
Really? Drug?
Is something wrong?
Oh, no, it's... Please, forget it.
You know something. Susano-san, you have to believe me. I didn't do it.
She already believes him. I really don't want to doubt you. But the trouble is, there's no one else who could possibly have done this.
Kazuma, I don't understand. Why? Why did this have to happen? Arg! I can't take this!
Oh, that's me. Haha. Don't try to go anywhere. You're the perpetrator of this crime. You can't leave. I can't allow that to happen.
I'm sorry, but Kazuma was killed right under my nose here, and I didn't do anything to stop it. He'd still be alive if I had just woken up. Yeah, oh no. Kazuma's been isekai'd. He's gonna be a great lawyer in another world.
I cry every time.
You know what? That is an isekai plot right there. I was a lawyer, and then I became a lawyer in another world. And now I just defend, like, fairy tale creatures and stuff. You know what? That should be Shutakumi's next game. A lawyer in another dimension, in another world.
I'd play that.
Actually, I just thought about something and be really, really stupid. There's no reason why it would happen, but Maya Fey, she could bring Kazuma, channel Kazuma into her body.
Good.
But we don't even know if the Fey clan is a thing here yet. So
What if she could do that? You know, like I don't recall if she's ever done it in the previous games where she's channeled someone that long dead.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if she's channeled someone who's been dead that long.
Would the oldest person she's ever...
Okay, so...
Oh, God. Who would be the longest dead person?
Like, the person who's been dead the longest? Yeah, that's a good
question. Yeah, the person who's been, like, dead the longest. I'm trying to think of Spirit of Justice, because I don't know if the character she did in that one, I can't remember how long they were dead for.
I think she channeled two characters in that game, and they both had died, like, relatively soon, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But I'm just thinking to myself, if Maya is her name, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, no, would it be Mia? Because, like, the games span across...
Either way. Maya, whatever... She would, if she channeled Kazuma into her body, and then Kazuma were to see Phoenix, that would be interesting.
Oh.
And he'd just be like, huh, who are you? I'm Phoenix? Phoenix, right? You remind me of someone. Someone I knew long ago. Naruhodo. Oh, right, actually, since he would,
same name.
They have the same name in Japanese, so yeah, okay. That'd be interesting. But we'd have to... It's doubtful. That ship has sailed, sadly. Ship! Get it? Haha.
No!
Anyway, let's
too many ships.
Let's keep going.
Yes.
And now I'm supposed to just sit around, my hands tied, while whoever did this walks free? You know, I just realized another thing. Looks like Kazuryu, that ship has sank. Ha!
No, don't do this to me.
No. I can't allow that to happen.
Well, what do you propose to do then?
I'm going to investigate. I'm going to find out exactly what happened here. I'm going to work out who took Kazuma's life, and how and why they did it. So I'm sorry, but you're going to have to excuse me.
Imagine every case.
Oh.
He's like, oh, she whacked him good.
She, went hi-ya back there.
Hello?
What the?
That was a Susano Takedown.
Susato, what? What martial art form is that?
I'm going to need you to prove it.
Sorry? Prove it?
Yes, your innocence. I need evidence.
But how am I supposed to?
Have you forgotten already? What you achieved just a few weeks ago? You successfully defended yourself in court of law.
Ah, I see. She's expecting me to present some conclusive evidence. ... I have to get Susato-san to believe me. I'll show her some evidence right now that proves I'm not guilty of this awful crime. Okay, let's take a look here.
I mean, why would he have that already? That doesn't make sense.
What?
The paper seal. Why would he have that already?
So I'm not sure the Russian... Oh! Hold
Well,
on
it's got to be that, because
yeah.
he was inside and that was on top of the doors.
And also, it says that the Russian crew couldn't actually read it, so what good would that thing actually do, then?
Yeah. So I'm thinking, see, this is why I'm thinking it's a whole ploy.
Yeah.
Because who else would be able to, like, I'm assuming it's Japanese. Was that Japanese? I didn't actually look it up properly. What if Cosmo was just like, yo, I'm gonna test your skill, man, and then shoves him in a cupboard and then puts the seal and he's like, okay, I'm gonna act dead now. I dream. I just want him to be okay.
Let's pray, okay? Let's hashtag Cosmo's still alive. Tell me, when I was discovered in the wardrobe before, was this piece of paper stuck over the doors?
Oh, yes, it was. I remember clearly.
I thought so. Cosmo always put it in place whenever I went to sleep in there. Just in
Well,
case
alright
the
then.
cabin steward or another crew member decided to look inside. So naturally, he did the same last night as well.
Yes, of course. The gentleman who discovered you peeled that sign from the wardrobe doors before he opened them.
But if I were truly the culprit, I couldn't have climbed back inside the wardrobe and stuck this on the outside the doors on my own.
Yes, that's quite true.
Okay. Right, yeah. Herlock must have already made that observation, though, because he's Herlock shows.
Yeah. Yeah, surely he'd be like, okay, well, there's no way you could have put it on.
Yeah. In other words, it's impossible that I killed Kazuma.
Not guilty! Well, even if you are sprawled hopelessly on the floor, I can see why Cosmo-sama thought so highly of you. Yeah, get off the floor, dude.
Yeah! Thank you, Susato-san. Now, do you think perhaps you could help me up?
Oh yeah, he's handcuffed.
Right.
Well, in the light of that evidence, I don't see any reason why I should stop you from investigating in here, at least.
Thank you. So you finally believe me?
I'm sorry, no.
What?
I'm not sure yet. I can't rule out the possibility that you used some sort of conjuring trick to put the sign back in position.
I'm not a magician! What does she think I am, a Oh. Wow, the game literally read my mind there.
For now, I suggest you investigate as thoroughly as possible in here. I'll do the same.
Alright, let's get to work, Susato-san.
Please don't misunderstand me. I still have my doubts.
Oh.
I shall be watching you to make sure you do nothing that might disturb the crime scene. I wouldn't want you using your conjuring tricks to destroy evidence, for example.
Right.
Demon powers.
I wish I had conjuring tricks. instead of just my regular old time magic. Time Lawyer! Friday nights on CBC.
You mean super good memory.
People coming in with
What a power.
probably suspect something I missed the Susano on the ceiling. Nah, he was just on the floor. Kazuma, I swear, I will avenge your death!
Take death. Please. Ooh,
Alright.
we actually get to move around.
Can I actually move, or...
I
I'm
mean,
in handcuffs and under house arrest by the crew, not to mention Susato-san's constant glares. I think it's fair to say I'm stuck in this cabin for the time being, at least. I should focus on investigating in here to see what I can find out. Yeah, okay, I get it.
okay, so, what to examine first? Hello, sir, you just appeared there. He's just there watching the entire thing as she whacked him across the back of the head, most likely.
Well, no, I think she threw him to the ground.
True. Even more impressive.
Yeah, that Susato's got some moves on her. Let's talk to this guy. Got out my Russian accent again. Perhaps I should see what this Russian crewman makes of the scene of the crime. Excuse me? What? I was wondering how it's going. The investigation, I mean. Sailor? Grandmother told me Japanese people do not make jokes, but it is not true, I see. Sorry? Grandmother as cold as Siberian winter.
Oh my.
The criminal asking investigation for information about his crime? Very funny. Oh, it wasn't supposed to be a joke.
He doesn't appear to be laughing either. He's convinced you're guilty.
He might have useful information, though. I have to keep trying. So, last night, did you notice anything out of the ordinary at all?
Smooth.
Niet. Of course not. Now back to corner of room and make silent. I say no more to you. Did I hit a nerve? Just for a minute there. He seemed a little flustered.
I mean, if you say so. Oh dear, that won't do.
Oh, what's the matter, Susato-san?
Whenever I'm examining things, I always find myself so focused I forget to look around properly.
Ah, yes, that's not good.
I don't suppose you're as foolish as me in that regard, are you, Naruhodo-san? Okay.
Okay.
I was just telling you that there's arrows, okay. I'm sure you're careful to look around. I'm sure you're careful to look all around using blip and blip, aren't you?
How are you doing that with your mouth?
Now, let's investigate all corners of this cabin.
Yes, let's do that. I suppose my field of vision has been rather small until now.
Breaking the fourth wall!
Right, okay.
His sword! Oh god!
Alright, well, let's take a look at this.
Oh, it has a little tick so you know you've examined something.
Yep.
That's Kazuma-san's precious sword. He never went anywhere without it.
Well, that confirms he's dead.
No!
Yes, he was always saying that a Japanese man's katana is his soul. Oh wait, but it's not broken. So maybe...
He's inside it. Soul trapped. Look, I believe he had to work very hard to convince the government to allow him to bring it on this trip.
Could you imagine if that was actually true? If, like, you pick up the sword, and then suddenly Cosmo starts speaking through it, like, "Hey, Ryunosuke, what the? You're inside the sword?" Yep.
It's like Skyward Sword. The Master Sword.
I'm your sword partner now. Ha 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 ha. I mean,
Poor baby.
It wouldn't be the weirdest thing in an Ace Attorney game.
I wonder if they're going to have, like, an animal at some point where we have to...
Yeah, cross-examine an animal?
Yeah, that's the word.
Yeah, maybe.
I hope so.
I suppose that shows just how important it was to him. And now he's gone, but I'm not ready to let his spirit go just yet.
Yeah.
I won't let his spirit go. I'm gonna keep it inside this sword here. Ha 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 ha!
God, if he is dead, he better like have the sword with him at all times. I swear to God.
Actually, if his soul really is inside the sword, like I'm guessing here, that would be the greatest twist of all time. Okay. Let's see here.
What is that?
I think it's a chicken leg.
Ew.
That's my dinner from last night, a roast chicken. It was really tasty.
Yes, it was very delicious, wasn't it? But did you eat it on the floor here?
I'm not a dog, Susato-san. I ate at the table, of course. Which begs the question of when and how the plate ended up on the floor.
But Kazuma-sama didn't like chicken at all, did he?
No, that's right. So he didn't touch it, which meant all the more for me.
Oh no. Does that mean... Oh, Kazuma-sama spent his last night on Earth with an empty belly? It's just too horrible.
Ugh, now I suddenly have a guilty conscience and an achy stomach.
How can you not like chicken? I mean, Kazuma,
Yeah?
I thought we were soulmates.
Yeah, that seems kind of weird to me. Oh well. Let's inspect. Actually, I'm gonna inspect this thing right here, because that looks important.
Okay.
Yeah. Did Cosmo write that before he died?
That is not what you clicked on.
It looks like it's written in ink.
He must have knocked the ink pot. He must have knocked the ink pot from the desk when he collapsed on the floor.
I suppose
Then
that's you. Sorry.
Hello, bonjour. Then I suppose he wrote this message by dipping his finger in the spillage. Poor Kazuma-sama. No doubt he was in terrible pain. It's almost unbearable to imagine it. I'm assuming that's Russian.
I think it might be. I suppose he was trying to leave some kind of a clue in his final moments, was he? I'm sorry, partner, but I can't read your writing. Yeah, that is weird. It's not Japanese, it's not...
I mean...
It might be
Or is it
Russian.
upside down? You know how they have those tricks sometimes where you cover half of it and it spells out something?
Yeah.
I'm covering it with my finger currently to see if I can find anything.
Okay.
I'm assuming it's meant to be Russian, but...
Okay, well, I'm gonna...
You know.
I'm gonna continue on, just to be on the safe side, okay?
Yeah, go for it. I don't think that's Japanese, Naruhodo-san.
What? Then what language is it?
It pains me to admit it, but I don't know.
It's not a foreign script I'm familiar with. What does it mean, I wonder? Oh, that just covers the whole thing here. Okay. Yeah, alright, alright. Well, let's take a look at this wall scroll here. Seigi, the Japanese word for justice. The brushstrokes are straight and true, just like Kazuma.
Is that straight? Yes, his calligraphy always was a reflection of his heart.
He wasn't straight, though. Not really.
Not at all. Yet, can you really look at those characters without feeling shame? Knowing who drew them so thoroughly? Knowing who drew them... Yeah, okay, I did read that right.
Of course I can! I mean, I'm innocent, so why shouldn't I be able to?
Even though you stowed away on this ship?
Look, he wanted me to stow away with him! Now you're going to bring that up, are you? I can't win.
She is brittle! I don't like her.
Okay, let's see here. These are the rules of passage for travel aboard this SS Buria. I don't know.
Buria? Uh,
That's you.
oh god, I wasn't paying attention. I looked at chat. It's essentially a list of requests from the captain to all passengers on board.
Passengers must not keep weapons or other dangerous objects in their cabins. Pets are also strictly forbidden.
Kazuma
Okay.
had both of those.
Well, he had a sword, definite. Oh, boo. Boo. Hey, wait a minute. Ryunosuke's not a... I'm just a... Oh, no. What? Why are you staring at me?
Please make the joke. Oh, sorry. I was just thinking. Are you more of a dangerous object or a pet? I can't decide.
Well,
Girl.
one thing's for sure. Either way, it wasn't supposed to be in here. Oh, God. I can't believe the game actually read your mind on that one.
I know my Ace Attorney well.
The books have fallen over on the shelf. Look, they've all toppled the same way.
And what's this? A statue of some god of the sea? Although he's fallen over as well.
Yes, it's almost as if the whole shelf has been ransacked, and everything mowed down at once.
I wonder if... Perhaps it was Kazuma-sama doing his morning sword training, do you think?
I seriously doubt it.
Then perhaps... It was you, Naruhodo-san, in a fit of rage.
Do I look like the kind of person to be in a fit of rage? No, really, look at this guy.
He's got baby face.
Look at this guy. My fit of rage.
Oh, I'm so angry.
I wouldn't have bothered leaving the wardrobe just to mess up a few books and a statue. Ryu and Hulk.
He went Hulk smashed.
Hulk smash! Hulk smash! Could the way these things have been thrown about have anything to do with the case, I wonder?
Possibly.
Well, I'll just set everything straight again. Don't like to see a mess. No,
That's
you don't!
fiddling with the thing.
That's meddling with evidence, Ryunosuke! Ugh.
You even left the gap in the center. Why would you do that? That's a very large traveling case, isn't it?
Yes, it carries a lot of memories for me.
Memories? What do you mean?
Well, that's actually how I stowed away on this vessel. I was brought on board inside that case.
Yes. I'd see it says this way up in Japanese.
Which in hindsight, I should have realized the foreign crewman wouldn't be able to read. I was turned over and over and over, and then I was tossed on the floor in here.
Oh dear. Being a stowaway isn't as romantic as it sounds.
Well...
Oh my god, my stomach.
Are you okay?
Yeah, sorry, it just growled very viciously.
Oh, okay. Well, it was less painful than a Susano Takedown. Alright, well, let's move over here.
This is where dear Kazuma-sama would have sat whenever he was writing.
London Diary. Dear Diary. Ryunosuke stowed away with me on this ship. He's so cute when he sleeps in the closet. Poor Kazuma. He didn't even make it to his destination. It looks as... Oh, that's you.
It looks as though his last entry is incomplete.
Which means... What? He was in the middle of writing it when the incident happened? Dear Diary. There's something that I've decided. I've decided that tomorrow I'm going to tell Ryunosuke that I love... Love the taste of sake in the morning. Crash.
No. No.
Let's see what it says. It could be a valuable clue.
Pew! That's out of the question.
What?
Kazuma-sama may have departed this world, but you must not read his private thoughts.
There could be a clue in there. We could figure out what killed him. But what if it's something important? Something relevant to the case? Alright, I won't read it. He's just my boyfriend. Apparently I can't
Just
even...
proclaiming his love for me. Poor Kazuma-sama.
I don't like prying into people's personal matters either. But in this case, isn't the need for clues more important?
I mean, he's right.
Yeah, he is right. What's wrong with you, Susato? What's wrong with you? Let's see here.
I was about to say, I feel like that vent means something.
Yeah, let's take a look at that.
I think that's some kind of opening for a ventilator.
Yeah, big enough for a snake to crawl through. A venomous snake. One that could bite guys who have swords. Sword lawyer boys.
God, it better not be a snake again, because that would mean it's poison, and then that would be just stupid because it was poison in the last case.
We'll see.
A hole through which fresh air can circulate into the cavern.
I mean, the thing is, they already revealed what the, twist of the case was at the beginning of this, so... It'd be weird if that turned out to be the exact same way.
No poison.
Isn't that a little odd?
What do you mean?
Well, this ventilator, if that's what it is... Amef, basically, at the start of this chapter, there was a little interlude with the, Speckled Band, which the twist of the Speckled Band is that the snake was used as a murder weapon, basically. A venomous snake. So...
Oh my goodness.
But that's like an actual Sherlock Holmes story, basically. And, with this one... I'm wondering if if there's going to be like a twist on this here, which I'm guessing there is.
More than likely.
Well, if this is a ventilator, if that's what it is. This ventilator, if that's what it is. Looks like it must connect to the next door cabin.
Yes, it would appear to. You're right.
But if its purpose is to allow fresh air in the room, surely it should be connected to the outside.
That's true. Perhaps it's so that rain and spray don't find their way in when the seas are rough. Or something like that.
I suppose. Maybe that's it. Oh!
What the...
What the... Who's that? He wasn't
Where
there
did he
a
go
minute
from?
ago. Herlock! A giant gorilla was cleverly placed under the tablecloth, and then it ate Costa. Well, it didn't eat him. He's there. His body was there.
I mean, to be fair, we haven't seen it yet. Like, us personally.
As far as I can tell, it looks like he might be European. That's you.
Oh! How did he...
You've noticed the man too, have you?
Just looking at him.
I have no idea who he is or how he got in here, but he looks suspicious. And tall. Suspiciously tall.
Naruhodo-san, don't tell me. Do you really not know who that is?
Oh my god, you're right. I do know who that is. Arsène Lupin! Wait.
Oh my god.
Well, No, I don't have any foreign friends or acquaintances at all. He doesn't look like a member of the crew. There's something very unusual about him. And he is investigating Cosmo's desk, or is he just playing on it? I can't tell.
Well, in that case, you must simply talk with him.
Am I just imagining it, or does Susano-san look almost uncontrollably excited? He looks like
Be ready to talk to the weirdo.
He looks like Emmett Brown. Yes.
By the way, I expect that you've noticed already, but just in case. If you press X on people when they're in the crosshairs, you can converse with them.
That's a very weird way of pronouncing X, but okay. All right then, I get that. I get that. I'll get that suspiciously tall gentleman in my sights and see what he has to say for himself.
Oh, please do. A possible fan of Sherlock Holmes?
I'm guessing she is. Excuse me. Excuse me, do you have a moment? Shh, this is a critical point in my investigation.
Weirdo.
Maybe I should leave him alone. He seems like a little unfriendly.
Yes, perhaps that would be for the best.
Greetings! I hope I haven't kept you long. Sorry, let's go back. Greetings! I hope I haven't kept you long. What exactly were you doing on Cosmo's desk just now? Ah, I see. Fascinating. Sorry? What do you see? It feels like he's looking right through me. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to break out my, very poor British accent here, so... forgive me.
Alright.
Oh, yes. Everything is clear now. The train of reasoning has run its course. My deductions have crystallized. You have been in Afghanistan, I perceive. Just recently returned, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh no, he's an idiot.
Sorry, what? And now, whilst venturing towards foreign climes, you find yourself in a most troubling predicament. Oh, well, that's true at least.
But how?
How the deuce did I know that, perhaps? It was really a most elementary deduction. Hardly worth explaining.
Have you perhaps managed to deduce anything else?
But of course, a great many things. There is no mystery, my dear madame. For example, you have fled your native land of Russia, being as you are a merciless revolutionary. You leave 16 victims of assassinations in your wake, and now travel to England to blow up the Crystal Tower. And when the bare-boned occupant of this very cabinet you discovered your identity, you ended his life too. Yes, I believe that summarizes the facts beautifully. Okay, so, looks like Sherlock Holmes is not as smart as he is in other adaptations.
So he's an idiot.
Well,
Is he a himbo?
I'll say this much, it beats Sherlock. That, yeah.
Or he is completely right, but he's just... Theory. He's always right, but he always just gets the wrong person.
That would be amazing. Like he actually... like he just...
Yeah, that's clearly what's happened.
He described the actual murder just now, but he pointed to Ryunosuke instead.
Yeah.
No need to hide the truth now. Nothing deceives these eyes. Just to be clear, you are talking about me, are you? Certainly I am. Do you see another in this cabin who fits the bill? A Russian assassin with 16 victims to his name? Well, there's that crewman right
Yeah,
there.
he's in here.
I don't even see one person who fits the bill. Other than maybe that crewman.
Oh, it's true. It was you who did this to Kazuma-sama.
Are you
Don't
kidding
blame
me?
him.
What? And
And you're plotting a revolution, too! It's shameful behavior. It's shameful behavior, Naruhodo-san. Absolutely wicked.
no, listen, there's no way I...
Hi?
Ugh.
Now explain yourself. Tell me everything.
This is ridiculous.
Poor boy can't catch a break. How could you do it?
For pity's sake, open your eyes. I'm not a Russian revolutionary. Obviously.
Forgive me.
And as for you, what kind of deduction was that? You're just saying the first thing that came to your head. Ah, but I was not right. Whilst venturing toward the foreign climes, you did find yourself in a most troubling predicament, did you not? Do you not? Well, yes, maybe. Ha! There you have it. You see, what do you make of that? Well, to be honest... This ship is en route to England, and I'm in handcuffs at the scene of a murder. So, I'm not really sure you could call it deduction. It's more plain observation. Indeed. An observation, my dear boy, is the basis of all deduction. And method is found upon the observation of trifles, you see? I announce my findings with a brassy certitude. And more often than not, I'm right. I don't think you introduced yourself yet. Ah, my apologies. How remiss of me. I'm none other than the greatest detective of the century, known to men and women the world over. The imitatable Sherlock Sholmes. Don't you mean Sherlock Holmes? Shh! You want to get sued?
Utter that name. So, it's really you? The actual Sherlock Sholmes?
The very same. The intimidable, actual Sherlock Sholmes. Do you know this man, Susato-san?
The most famous detective in the world? Naruhodo-san. Of course I do. There's nobody who hasn't heard of him.
What planet have I been living on, then?
We must ask him what he's deduced.
So, fun bit of trivia, people already pointed this out, but in Phoenix Wright 2, the second one, Phoenix literally calls himself Sherlock Holmes 2 at one point. So,
Aww.
that bit of continuity error, quote-unquote, kind of got thrown out here.
Jeez. He will have worked. Oh my god. He will have worked out the entire case already, I'm sure.
Really? Why do I feel uneasy about this? Okay, let's have a conversation with old Sholmesy.
Oh,
So, you're a great detective, are you? Sorry, what was your name again? Indeed, I am none other than the one and only Sherlock Sholmes. Oh, I see. You're German? Herlock, was it? No, I am no her. I mean I have hair. Please, call me Sholmes.
Hans.
You can read all about my exploits in this exciting London publication.
Oh, yes. Ranced magazine. Ranced?
Uh,
Full of wonderful short stories and interesting articles from Great Britain.
I'm sure that's a play on whatever magazine Sherlock Holmes stories were actually published in.
I would have no clue.
Yeah, you'd have to look that up, I'm afraid. I don't exactly know. Herr Doctor. Yeah, exactly.
Herr Doctor. I never miss an issue. It's... English. I never miss an issue. I have it sent from England especially.
Ah, yes, here it is. The Adventures of Sherlock Holmes. So, you're the protagonist in a series of short stories, then? Indeed I am. And you've read so many of your own stories you've started to think you really are a detective? Make no mistake, I'm not the poor deluded fellow you make me for. Your inference is backward. Backward? My trusty biography records of my greatest My trusty biographer records my greatest detecting achievements and chronicles them in the magazine. You have a biographer, do you? Doesn't everyone? Mine goes by the name of Dr. Wilson, presently keeping shop in London. About that. Ooh, this is awkward. You see, how do I put this?
He did.
Dr. Wilson? Hey, sure, Sherlock, you know how my best friend and confidant has just died? Why, yes, Mr. Ryunosuke. What of it? Well, we actually have something in common, you see.
Was our best friends are dead?
You're right. Do you want to be my new best friend? Yeah! They just hug.
Just hug and cry.
I'm gonna
While
take a...
Susato's at the side, just like, alright. Okay. Poor Susato. Poor Dr. Wilson.
Dr. Wilson is presently keeping shop in the morgue. Oh god, MF. I must say, thanks to that publication, I've been fantastically busy of late. Why, this very moment I'm returning from Asia, having solved the mystery of a cursed royal crown. I don't know if that's a reference to something, it might be. Really?
Probably.
I can't work out whether I should take this man seriously or not. Deduction, you see, is, to me, a science. Logical reasoning in its purest form.
Science?
Really? The astute observer notices even the most subtle of reactions in his subject. A furtive glance, a twitch of a muscle, a slight inclination of the posture. Fingernails, arms, sleeves, furrows in the skin. All these things are data. Right. And the trained logician makes deductions from this data in the blink of an eye. The ultimate conclusion is, without fail, the truth. As I demonstrated only a few short moments ago, you claimed I was a Russian revolutionary. I'm Japanese. I'm clearly Japanese.
A bit doubtful of him. He's not as good as he says.
How can he look me in the eyes and claim that? So you see, I have a turn for both observation and for deduction, and fame. That is what makes me the one and only Sherlock Holmes.
Is he just, like, delusional?
So, I'm starting to develop a theory now. A theory that this guy is, like... It's possible that Dr. Wilson or, like, the books, this is not the real Sherlock Holmes and the real Dr. Wilson. This is, like, a pair of people who just became them after the stories got really popular.
Yeah. Like, they're definitely claiming to be something that, well, like, isn't actually based on a true story.
Yeah,
Not, like, based on real people.
Yeah, I'm wondering if that's, like, the actual, like, twist involving this character now.
I'd believe it.
Have you managed to deduce anything about this particular case yet? Have I managed to deduce anything? My dear fellow! Who do you suppose discovered the culprit in his most cunning hiding place? That's right. It was none other than the greatest detective before you now, Mr. Herlock Sholmes. Ah, I see. In other words, I'm in these now because of him.
When I became anxious about Kazuma-sama this morning, I summoned all of the crew to force the cabin door open.
And I concealed myself among their number, gaining entry into the scene of the crime. Yes, luckily for everyone, the great detective Herlock Sholmes was on board. And these handcuffs seem to be an excellent fit, Mr. Naruhodo. Arg! The very moment I had laid eyes on the scene, 2 facts were immediately apparent to me. Oh, really? 2 facts, you say? Okay, let's keep going. Mr. Sholmes, tell us, please. What 2 facts are apparent to you when you came into the cabin this morning? Ah, yes. But first, let us be precise. The 2 facts in question were immediately apparent to me. Yes, I understand, but what were they? Allow me to elucidate. The 2 facts I deduced from a mere momentary glance at the scene of the crime were as follows. Number 1, the cabin was locked from within, rendering escape from the culprit out of the question. Number 2, the victim was Russian and killed following a dispute with an acquaintance.
What?
Okay.
I mean, I can.
The
I suppose
wall
I can
scroll.
get that because there's Russian on the floor, but
The wall scroll. The katana samurai sword. His name is
Oh.
Kazuma. We're Japanese.
I don't get this guy.
How are you missing this clear, obvious? Hold on, Mr. Sholmes. What makes you think the victim was Russian? All people in the world belong to Russia.
Everyone belongs to Mother Russia.
Everyone belongs to Mother Russia. Observe the dying
there we
message
go.
left by the victim of the floor. Oh, maybe that is Russian then.
We assume Russian.
Obrigiosh there. That is Russian for wardrobe. Really? I don't know how to pronounce Russian, so just assume that's what it is.
Yeah. Do you really think Kazuma-sama would have left a dying message in Russian?
In their final moments, many find their native tongue filling their head. For this young man, Russian. Kazuma was Russian, was he? That doesn't seem right. Initially, I considered Gardagrob, maybe the name of the killer. A certain Robert Gard, perhaps.
Oh, maybe that's how you pronounce it then.
For the interest of thoroughness, I decided it would be wrong not to look inside the wardrobe there, at least. Actually, let me see here. Gardrobe. Oh! Maybe that... Yeah, that's how you pronounce it. Gardrobe. Okay, that makes a bit more sense. But
I won't remember that.
But in the interest of the thoroughness, I decided it would be wrong to not look inside the wardrobe there at least. Where you found... Oh, that's you.
Oh, you're right. Where you found Mr. Naruhodo sleeping soundly.
Quite so. I found you, the renowned Russian revolutionary killer. Why is it that I'm Russian too? I observed that you were wearing the same attire as the victim. In other words, you were acquainted. And if my memory serves, that outfit is traditional dress of the Russian people. I'm pretty sure that the school attire that they're wearing comes from Germany, actually. It's called like a... Yeah, it's like the school uniform used by German students.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what I learned about... That's kind of what I learned about, like, Japanese school uniforms in a class once, is that the sailor uniforms for girls came from England, and the male uniforms came from Germany.
I had no idea. Our school uniforms are the traditional dress of the Russian people? I had no idea. Me either.
And I had no idea Detective could get something so wrong. I took a photograph of the victim and the message that I might analyze for possible hidden details.
Give me the photo. No, Cosmo.
This was taken immediately after the young man was discovered, before the body was removed. Yes, Cosmo had already been taken away when I woke up. This is the first time I've actually seen him like this.
Are you alright, Mr. Naruhodo? Why are you saying Mr. now?
No! I'm not alright! Oh, yes, thank you.
Don't lie.
The photograph of the crime scene has been entered into the court record. Can I ask you something, Mr. Sholmes? What, pray? You mentioned Russia before as well, didn't you? You know, when you said I was a fearsome revolutionary fleeing from Russia and all that... Ah, yes, the train of reasoning that led me to the truth. Would you mind explaining that train of reasoning to me, do you think? Certainly, if it interests you.
Oh, God.
How many times I'm not Russian and I don't speak Russian?
He's just gonna go on a tangent, and I'm not gonna understand any of his logic.
Can we talk about your deduction before? The thing you conclude about me, I mean? Ah, the now famously accurate troubling predicament you found yourself in. Actually, it was the other details that I was more hoping to discuss. You know, the merciless Russian revolutionary and assassin of 16 part? Ah, yes, the more sordid details. It was a fairly commonplace deduction. Here we have this morning's paper. The main headline reads, Revolutionary villain Bolshevik flees Russian via Shanghai. This vessel made a port at Shanghai yesterday, and last night the young Russian was murdered. Since when was Cosmo a Russian? Okay, so you might actually be right. He might actually have, like, all the right details, just... He just
gets the wrong person.
Yeah, he just gets the wrong person. That might be his deal.
It sounds like Mr. Sholmes has concluded he was Russian because of what Cosmo wrote on the floor.
It was a simple act of reasoning to realize that the culprit of this crime was the same merciless revolutionary. One who would kill the very man who helped him to escape after his true identity was discovered. Yes, you, villain Bolshevik. No! How could it be me? I don't look anything like this man. Just look at his face. Well, you are a fearsome revolutionary after all. Therefore, you have no doubt learned to revolutionize your appearance as well.
Oh my God.
Ugh, you are a himbo. Ugh, please. And I might add, your name does not appear on the ship's passenger list. Need I say more? Well, that's because I'm a stowaway.
What about the other details? The 16 victims of the assassination and blowing up the Crystal Tower?
Ah, yes. The journalist clearly interviewed a man and printed all these particulars in the article. The deeds that the man has perpetuated thus far, and those he is plotting. Yes, everything about this revolutionary Bolshevik was included. There can be no mistake.
Do revolutionaries usually agree to interviews with newspaper reporters, I wonder?
And what about the part where you said I was just returning from Afghanistan? Also quite clearly stated in the article. Bolshevik has recently returned after a period of subversive activities in a war-torn region of Afghanistan. Where even is it anyway? This Afghanistan place. Oh, this is a bit too... Okay, let's keep going. Here, take the paper for yourself. as a little memento of this great deduction. Oh, thank you. I've absorbed all of this. I've absorbed all of that in interest. I've absorbed all that is of interest to me within its pages, but I see no rubbish bin nearby. Okay, so this is clearly important. And you may find the article on the back page of the interest as well. On the back? Okay, let's take a look here. Oh? This is interesting.
Have you found something relevant, Naruhodo-san?
Well, no, I mean, it looks like it might be interesting.
I can't read a single word, I'm afraid.
No, nor can I, but look at this picture. Perhaps it's about a beautiful young Russian princess, do you think?
She is very pretty, isn't she? I suppose you enjoy articles like this, do you?
I don't know. I can't make any sense of it. Ah, I'm glad you've noticed this article.
Oh, I can't read it. The screen got a bit pixelated.
Allow me to give you a short summary of its contents. Oh, thank you. He pops up everywhere, this Mr. Sholmes. It's about the disappearance of a young lady last night. Renowned prima ballerina of the Novovich Ballet disappears from Shanghai. During a performance in Shanghai, the famous dancer was reported missing. She is, of course, the talented young Nikolina Pavlova, that's it. Why are Russian names so hard to remember? It would appear the woman was in costume when she was found to be missing from her dressing room, wearing the diamond tiara you see pictured, which is worth some 20,000 rubles. Oh, how much is 20,000 rubles?
I have no idea, but I'm quite sure. God, my screen does not like it because of all the.
Oh.
You know how on YouTube when you watch a video and it's.
Oh, the
If it has anything like static snow, everything that just goes to shit.
So
It must be an unbelievable sum of money. I can say it now.
Okay, good. Good. Let's keep going.
It gives it a second to get there.
Right. Susato-san's eyes are shining like diamonds themselves. The tiara is the property of Novovich Ballet. It would seem the director is beside himself with worry. Yes, I'm not surprised. The company is most anxious to recover both Miss Pavlova and the valuable tiara. They've requested international assistance at all ports, with sailings to Great Britain.
Give it a second. There we go. Could this be another case of Russian fleeing his or her country?
It does seem to be the Russian thing to do.
I'm not even going to dignify that with a response, Mr. Naruhodo.
The article about the ballerina has been entered into the court record. Okay, so what's the over-under on her being the killer?
I mean, I kind of already know the one twist for her, because as I'm saying in the chat, I've seen this part. I know the twist with her, so I'm already kind of spoiled with that.
Oh, I think
it's not like a massive twist.
Okay.
I don't think she's the killer, but
I missed that part, so don't spoil it for me, okay?
Oh, no, I won't. I didn't even see the entirety of it, but I know of it. Hang on, give me a second. I'm gonna go turn my light on. It's getting dark.
Oh, okay, cool. Oh, I'll wait for her to get back.
I can see again!
Yay!
Alright, okay. I'm afraid I can't read a word of Russian.
Sorry, I was taking a drink.
No, that's fine. I think I might take one too.
If you want to go get a drink now, go ahead. I'll wait for you, okay?
No, I've got one here with me.
Okay, good.
I am prepared.
Good. No, me neither. I have no idea what any of this says. The pair of you floundering is a sorry sight. Allow me to offer some assistance. The article on the front page of this newspaper is concerned with a fearsome Russian revolutionary. It reads, Revolutionary Vilin Bolshevik flees Russia via Shanghai. Yes, you told us that before. It reveals also that those who see the man's beard with their own eyes never live to tell the tale.
Killer beard. Oh my goodness! He is fearsome.
Well, presumably the newspaper photographer was alright, wasn't he? The solution is obvious, of course. If he despises his beard to that degree, he need only to shave it off.
I'm not quite sure that's the problem, Mr. Films.
Alright. Cast your eyes over it sometime if the interest takes you, though you may need someone to interpret.
Been there, done that.
It's all written in Russian. I couldn't hope to read it. I suppose it wouldn't hurt to just glance at the article. Maybe there might be a picture or two. Yeah, seen it. Before we started talking, you were examining Cosma's desk, weren't you? Cosma? Ah, yes, the victim. Did you notice...
Did you notice?
Oh, my bad.
Oh, she became a man. Did you notice anything useful? Anything at all?
Observe for a moment the desktop of the victim. The victim whose name is Cosma, which I'm sure is a Russian name. Absolutely 100%
Sounds very Russian.
sure. Yes, very, very Russian indeed.
His diary.
We see that the victim was engaged in penning some text in a language that I can't quite understand. It may be some manner of code, perhaps. That's Japanese. Some manner of code. That's Japanese, sir. Some manner of code.
Witchcraft.
London Diary. Cosmo was keeping notes of the trip. Ah, but... I don't think you should read his private writings. It could upset people. Tragic. And something you ought to perhaps elucidate before the act of reading. You mean you've read it already? It is my business to know what other people do not. Yes, believe it or not, I know a smattering of Japanese. Oh, so he knows that it's Japanese. Okay. Oh, I see. Well, you're about to know what a Susano Takedown is.
No, he isn't. She's a fan.
Susano-san, aren't you going to throw the detective with one of your trademark takedowns?
I'm sorry, Naruhodo-san. What on earth do you mean?
Oh, come on! Life is so unfair. Anyway, to return to the matter at hand, namely this diary belonging to the victim. It would appear that the final sentence is incomplete, as if the author were cut short. Tell me, what is the nature of the writing? Pray be precise as to the details. Oh, but I thought you knew Japanese? A smattering, dear boy, a smattering. Sayonara, bonsai, mikado. Nado nado. I trust you're suitably impressed.
Oh my god.
Ha. I even know a few more. Konnichiwa, Oni-chan. Baka.
Oh my god. I can't stand it.
But this diary is littered with complicated-looking characters, of which I can read precisely none.
Okay, that's a pretty cute animation.
Yeah. So what was all that showing off about before then?
If you would be so kind as to show me, I would be happy to read it to you, Mr. Films.
I'm much obliged, my dear madame.
The final entry here in Kazuma Summer's diary consists of just 2 short sentences. First reads, 1:23 a.m. I can hear a faint whistling sound.
A whistling sound? These are very deep waters. Pray, go on.
The second sentence reads, 1:35 a.m. What looks like some sort of speckled band is dangling from the ventilated grill. Speckled band? Speckled Band?
A speckled band? What on earth does that mean?
I have no idea. I've never heard that expression before.
The ventilator grill, you say? The man was presumably referring to the lattice there on the wall, which connects to the adjoining cabin. Yes, the adjoining cabin. The adjoining cabin. Blech. And the diary has been entered into the court record. Okay, so... was it a snake that killed him? Is that it?
No idea.
So I believe I've given you enough to consider, for the time being at least.
Do you have somewhere to go?
As it happens, the victim's writing in his diary have piqued my interest. The matter warrants further investigation, I believe. And if I am still too long, the seasickness takes hold.
Oh, I suppose. You're thinking of investigating the cabin next door, which the ventilator connects to?
Great detectives are a curious breed. Our minds rebel at stagnation. We crave mental exaltation. So yes, I intend to investigate, hence the truth will become clear soon enough. Do you think perhaps that we could go with you? No, that would be somewhat complicated. What? But why? A simple glance at your wrist should reveal the answer.
Yes, let's look at those again.
Oh, these. After all, you're the prime suspect in this matter. No. There's no point in trying to turn it into a question. You're the one who decided I was the culprit in the first place. Whatever do you mean? I have no recollection of naming you as the culprit at any point. Wait, what? You must be joking! You just said! Only a moment ago! Dear me, you are clearly misguided. I would have no cause to say such a thing.
Wait, Mr. Films, I did hear you say that too.
You're quite sure? Well, that's very strange. I wouldn't have said you had the face of a criminal, you know. Not really.
Oh my god.
So what, were you looking at my knees before? Some great detective you are. Well, anyway, that was then and this is now. What do you mean? What I mean, sir, is this. If you are the culprit, then you must play the part more convincingly. Roll over and accept your fate. Now he's just being plain rude.
He's an idiot.
And off he goes, having just laughed in my face. His sense of humor is as twisted as his name.
Naruhodo-san, what are you just standing there for? We must go and investigate the cabin next door as well.
Aren't you forgetting something? What about these? There's no way I can...
Huh?
Oh. After
Kazuma-sama spent his dying moments struggling to leave us a clue, you're willing to just... Fuck! You're just going to roll over and accept your fate.
Ugh, as if you gave me any choice in the rolling over part. Poor Ryunosuke. I think we still have some investigation to finish off in here first, don't we? Let's carry on examining what we can in this cabin while we wait for a chance to slip next door.
Good idea.
The situation doesn't look good for me, but there are still things I can do to help myself. And I owe it to Cosmo to do everything I can to find a way out of this. Bring the real culprit to justice.
I'm just trying to wrap my head around Herlock.
Yeah.
And just like his general character.
Yeah, I can't tell if he's like an idiot or if he is an idiot savant.
There's a word I'm trying to think of, but I can't think of... it's not coming to mind at the moment. And it's just gonna annoy me because he's like a certain type of person who's just like completely unaware of how they actually are. But I can't think of what the word is.
I mean, it kind of... Yeah, I kind of get what you're saying here, and I think Herlock, I should say, Herlock in this, he's kind of like Sherlock in the stories anyway, but I feel like, yeah, I don't know, we'll have to keep...
Yeah, obviously he's meant to give off this, like, really weird vibe at the moment, and obviously you will get to know him more, but I'm just like, I don't know what I think about him other than he's...
Yeah, he's weird. He's definitely weird.
I don't even know.
Okay, let's keep going.
To the cupboard! It's some 2 weeks since we set sail from Japan. Have you really been living in the wardrobe the entire time, Naruhodo-san?
I think living isn't quite the right description.
Oh, no, I suppose not. Although, it must have been rather exciting, making this voyage in your own secret hideout.
The trouble was, I never knew when a member of the crew might come in. So yes, I did basically have to live in the wardrobe. And last night was no exception.
But because of that, you had no idea what was happening out here in the cabin.
No, sadly not. And this thing right here...
This is... yes. It's a bell cord contraption, I think.
What do you mean, contraption?
I read about it in a book I was studying that talked about life in Great Britain. Large households often had a bell cord like this, which you can pull to ring a bell to summon servants.
Really? That sounds almost magical. Shall we give it a little try?
Yes! In the interest of cultural research, obviously.
Dot dot dot?
I suppose nobody comes for lowly Japanese people.
No, I'm sure it's just that everyone is busy, that's all. Oh.
She was so sad. What? Oh, so you can examine that. Why is that?
Yeah, I think I accidentally clicked on the wrong one. A broken bell? What do you think this is? It looks like a broken piece of glassware.
It does kind of... oh, looks like a bell, yeah. Purple bell.
Whatever this thing was, it appears to have broken clean in two.
There's the other half. The glass is such a beautiful color.
Yeah, you seem to like purple, don't you?
She do. It looks like a cute little Netsuke. Netsuke? I'm assuming that's what it says?
Yeah.
From a kimono outfit.
Netsuke, that's how you pronounce that.
Netsuke, alrighty then.
Yeah. I kind of know how to pronounce Japanese words in English because you kind of have to understand what the hiragana, like, translates to, and then you have to break up the words based on that. So I see net, I see su, and I see k, so I know it's pronounced Netsuke. Sorry, I know too much about this.
I'd like to think I know how to pronounce some things, but when they're longer words, I struggle.
I'm too much of a weeb.
You weeb?
I'm not sure that sounds like Kazuma. He wouldn't have secretly carried a cute little trinket like this around with him. Would he? Ryunosuke, look at this cute little bell that I have on. Ha 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 ha! I attach it to the hilt of my sword. Ha 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 ha! If I was born 100 years later, I would be a huge fan of this thing called Sailor Moon.
Oh my god!
Don't worry, I can barely pronounce English words. Yeah, thanks, MF. Thanks.
I can't pronounce English words either. as proven last stream. And the mark beside it, what is it, I wonder? It has sort of brick-like hue.
Yes, you're right. It is the color of brick, isn't it? Even though I don't see anything of the same color anywhere else in the cabin. Okay.
Alright, what else is there?
The bed? No. The
The
chair?
bed where they cuddled?
I've investigated thoroughly, but I can't find anything out of place. Okay, nothing there.
Except without a cuddle buddy now.
I don't have a cuddle buddy anymore.
Maybe we check the other side of the screen then.
Oh, something here.
Oh wait, we did actually open this one. There's nothing on this table at all. The plate and cutlery are all over the floor for some reason.
Yes, it's strange. Last night when I went to sleep, I'm sure everything was still. No, wait a minute.
What is it?
That's funny. I can't seem to remember anything about what happened after dinner at all. I must have been drugged.
So then perhaps you are responsible for what happened to Kazuma-sama.
No, no, no!
Oh, maybe we have to talk to him again.
Yeah, let's talk to him again. Excuse me? What? I was wondering if I could ask you a favor. Would you mind if I investigated a little outside? Grandmother told me Japanese people do not make jokes, but it is not true.
Oh, I know what we have to examine.
Oh, what?
The door, because it's like a locked room case, isn't it?
Maybe.
So you gotta look at the lock.
Okay, yeah. There's no chance of me escaping? Niet. You stay in this cabin until next port. Then it is up to Hong Kong police to decide what they do with you. You stay. Alright. There's no point in trying to appeal to this man's better nature, that's for sure. Yeah, okay, thanks.
When I went for help and the crewman forced the door open, this bolt had been firmly closed.
It's quite a small boat, and not a particularly sturdy, and it just slides across to secure the door shut. But still, with the door bolted, there would be no way to get in or out of the cabin, that's for sure. It's no wonder everyone suspects me. When she glares at me like that, I feel tense up and all down my spine. I'm gonna get a Susano Takedown, aren't I? I remember reading once in a detective novel. The culprit used a needle and thread to draw a bolt across from the outside of the room in a situation like this.
Yes, that's a clever trick, isn't it? I'm an avid reader of detective stories myself.
Yeah, that explains it.
But the door of this cabin and its frame are made of metal, and they seal together perfectly. There would be no possibility of using the needle and thread trick here, I'm afraid.
When she glares at me like that, I feel pins and needles all up and down my spine.
Hello?
That is the... Hold on. Oh, look over there. That's the detective.
The crewman, do you mean? He wasn't there before, was he?
That's what I thought.
Why don't we try talking to him?
Probably because I'm likely to get yelled at again. But I suppose I could try. Okay, so I'm guessing this guy's gimmick, the detective, his gimmick is going to be, he just shows up in each and every case in a different outfit, pretending to be a different...
He's Gumshoe.
Yeah, he's the Gumshoe of this case, but he's in a different outfit. Is that?
Is something wrong, Naruhodo-san?
Oh, no, it's just that crewman's standing by the door. I can't help feeling like I've seen him somewhere before.
Oh, yes, you're right. He does look familiar. Excuse me, sir.
Yes? What can I do for you?
Oh, it's him.
It is him.
Knew it.
I recognize that face, but it can't be. Ahem, ahem, ahem. It is!
I didn't know you were here, Inspector Hosonaga.
Hello again. What are you doing here? I think that should be my line. I was so stunned when I saw you, my heart stopped.
Immediately stopped. Hope.
I received some special orders to go undercover as a member of the crew and board the ship. Again?
You certainly seem to enjoy undercover work, Inspector.
If there's anything I can do to help you, please ask. I never expected to see this man on board, but perhaps his presence can help me out of this hopeless situation.
He likes to dress up.
Look at his little sailor outfit. Orders from who? The Japanese police force, I'm guessing?
Government?
Oh god, could you imagine if, like, at the end of the game we meet Hosanaga's boss, and it's Lieutenant Gumshoe? Hey,
oh my
pal.
god.
I'm Lieutenant Gumshoe. Hiya, pal. How's it going?
Please. I want that.
Oh god. ProZD has defined that character for me.
Oh, his voices are so good.
So, what are your special orders in this time, Inspector?
Yes, and why are you dressed as a member of the crew?
If you must know. I love Donald Duck. I'm so sorry. This is all my fault. I take full responsibility. For what? My orders were to act as Asogi-san's bodyguard.
Dun dun. Yes, but
It was Minister of Justice Jikoku who pushed for this overseas study toward to go ahead. And he entrusted me with ensuring that Asogi-san reached Great Britain without being assassinated. Assassinated? How could that even have been a possibility? I'm not sure. But these are complicated times. There are tensions between the world's greatest powers. Minister Jikoku said that we should prepare for all eventualities. This is incredible.
I don't believe it. Kazuma-sama was assassinated?
Obviously, we couldn't give Asogi-san a visible security escort. Which is why I'm undercover now, posing as one of the crew.
I see.
And I didn't take my eyes off him the entire time we've been on board. From morning until night, every day. But I never imagined it would have happened here, inside his own cabin. Not here on the first-class deck.
Oh, first class.
Well, that explains the bell thing.
Yeah.
I failed miserably at my assignment. And Asogi-san is dead as a result. I'm a disgrace. All I can do is humbly apologize. Inspector. So if there's anything at all that I can do to help now, just say the word.
Repent. It's all your fault.
We're doing what we can to investigate Kazuma's death ourselves. The death that you let happen, you dishonorable bodyguard. I know. I know! I thought you might be. You didn't do it, did you? You're not the killer. Of course not!
Really like to investigate the cabin next door.
Yes. So we need to be allowed out of this cabin. I'm sorry. What? You've been deemed a risk to the ship's safety. If you move to even touch the handle of this cabin door, that stormy-looking seaman there would surely snap your neck in two.
Jeez.
You need to really beware Russian seamen. Ugh. Sorry, that was dirty. I suppose I'm not just a stowaway. Now. They think I'm a murderer as well. Would it be possible to give me something to work with, do you think? I'm going to need something persuasive.
What do you mean?
If I had a solid reason why the next door cabin should be investigated, for example, I'd do everything I could to persuade the captain to allow it. Really, I'd lay my life on the line if I had to. But I don't see how.
There may be a way.
What? Really?
Think of how you tried to persuade me of your innocence, Naruhodo-san. By presenting me with a piece of evidence that you already had in your possession.
Evidence?
It's just the same as when you were in court. You must have done it many times during your trial. Simply select Present panel and choose some evidence. That Inspector Hosonaga could use.
That's a weird way of pronouncing present, but whatever. So,
Present?
evidence that would give us a viable reason to investigate the next door cabin, is it? Alright, yes, I think I might know what we can use. Let's see if I can present the detective with evidence he needs to persuade the captain. Okay,
I
guess we just
haven't thought about what it would be.
I can hear if it looks like some sort of dangling from the ventilator grill.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah, let's try that.
Because that's what had her wanting to look.
Yeah, oh, present, of course. I gotta do this.
Present.
Here we go. What's that? It's Cosmo's diary.
Just before he died, Cosmo-sama wrote something rather strange in his diary.
You looked at a man's private diary? Here, Inspector Hosonaga just grabs Ryunosuke, tosses him to the ground. Why me? Oh, God. Hold on, I'm gonna turn down my volume a bit just because I think I'm breaking my mic a bit. Strange? In what way?
He wrote, what looks like some kind of speckled band is dangling from the ventilator grill.
A speckled band? That is strange. Yes, we're still trying to work out what he meant by that. But what I'd like to know is... Don't tell me. The ventilator, is it?
You're very astute Inspector, I am saying all the wrong words.
That ventilator clearly joins the next door cabin. That's right, so if we can investigate in there, we might be able to work out what the speckled band was. Alright then. I'm sorry, I'm just trying to practice my Nagito Kamaida impression right now. You'll have to forgive me.
Nagito!
Nagito Kamaida impression. Just looking at my hand. Wait, this is the wrong hand. Damn it!
He's got it wrong! ...
I can't leave this cabin at the moment. I'm stuck here until we arrive at the next port. The captain's giving me strict orders to guard the scene of the crime, you see. I'll have to entrust the investigation to you.
Really? You're willing to do that?
Yes, as long as you don't leave the first-class cabin area. I'm afraid I can't remove these handcuffs, though. But what about the captain? Aren't you going against his direct orders? I need to cough when he coughs. I'm a man of my word. And I promise you that I'll lay my life on the line if that's what it takes to convince the captain. After all, I failed to keep Asogi-san safe. This is the least I can do. Thank you. So, yeah, my bet for this character is going to be that each and every, case, he's going to show up in a different outfit.
I hope so.
That would be amazing.
Let's seize the moment then, Naruhodo-san. Just select move, and we can leave this cabin at last. At last.
Move? Alright, let's see what we can find out. That's a weird way of pronouncing move, but whatever. Alright, yeah, let's move. Is that? That's a mouse
I see
trap.
a mouse trap.
Yeah, that's a mouse trap. What's that doing there? Whew! I'm finally out of the cabin.
And you have to admit... Oh, sorry.
That's me.
It's because she appeared.
Yeah, that's me. Kazuma was killed by the mouse trap. Yeah, of course.
Rude!
This isn't quite what I was expecting. I'm just imagining that Simpsons episode of, like, where Bart has to testify in front of a court, and the waiter's just like, I am not a clumsy waiter. Ooh, ah, ooh, ah, ee, ah, oh, ah, 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 ah. He falls into a freaking truck full of mouse traps.
Yes.
Ooh, ah, ee, ah, ooh, ah, 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 ee, ah. It's less spacious out here than I thought it would be, and this is the most luxurious accommodation.
Yes, indeed.
I was kind of hoping we could go up on top of the deck at some point. Yummy, there's nothing to fear.
But who would be in front?
Ryunosuke, probably. You are sending my heart. My heart will go on and on. Okay.
Kazuma-san was being sent on this study tour by the government. That's why he was being put in a first-class cabin. Even still, this is about twice as large as my accommodation in steerage?
Steerage? Yeah, I'm guessing that's a part of the boat.
Never heard that before.
Really? That must be awful. Oh, look
Dog.
over there.
Hello, sir.
That's the other crewman keeping watch, and he looks enormous, even if he is sitting down.
The door next to him leads to the second-class accommodation. I suppose he's making sure no one comes in here who shouldn't.
I suppose. Like people in handcuffs?
Naruhodo-san, you look like a little boy visiting a toy shop for the first time. I would have thought you'd been used to the ship by now. We've all been at sea for 2 weeks already. Yeah, but he was trapped in a room.
Well, yes, I know, but the thing is, I was inside Cosmo's trunk when I first came aboard. Ever since then, I've been shut up inside that little wardrobe.
Where's he been going toilet?
What?
Like, where's he been going to the toilet?
That's a... best not to think about that.
But I'm curious.
It's a very silly wardrobe.
It is a silly wardrobe.
Oh my god, I'm just imagining Herlock looks in. Hello. Oh my god! Have you been defecating in here? For 2 weeks? My word, man.
I wish I hadn't have thought of it now. Now that's just gonna drive me insane. Okay.
Please don't give me that pitying look. I mean, you shit in a wardrobe, dude.
He's gonna be like a bear. He's like corked himself up. He hasn't gone for a while.
Oh no, that's even worse somehow.
Chicken bone.
Alright, well, let's talk to this guy. Excuse me, but can I ask you something? You little stowaway murderer? That wasn't a good start, was it?
Oh dear. Alright, let me try instead. Bet those pretty eyes at him. Good day, Mr. Sailor. I'm sorry to trouble you, but could I perhaps ask you something?
You little third-class lady's maid?
Oh.
We seem to have caught this sailor on a bad day, Susato-san. I am not sailor. My mother gave me name. I am senior crewman, Biff Stroganov. I am heavy weapons guy.
Oh.
It cost $10,000 to fire this gun for 3 minutes.
Beef stroganoff.
Whew. The best thing is to just avoid eye contact, I think. Actually, what was the name of that? Did that other Russian guy have a name? I can't remember.
I don't remember if they gave one.
Yeah, actually, I'm gonna look at the other Russian names, see if they have like a villain Bolshevik. No,
Villain.
I think, yeah, I think that's just villain Bolshevik.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, excuse me.
Nope. Prima Ballerina, Novovich. Oh wait, that's Novovich Ballet. Yeah. Whatever. Oh, wait, people, right. Okay, well, we don't know...
Oh, so he did have a name. Oh, no, he's not there, sorry. I'm thinking it was the other dude.
Yeah, no, never mind. Okay, well, let's ask him about the first-class cabin area. Mr. Stroganov, about this first-class cabin area... Here we are in finest part of Buri's steamship, for very important persons. What sort of very important persons? Government officials, kings and queens traveling in secret, many important persons. This is why I am always guarding this place. Gosh, that's amazing. But somehow I let stupid stowaway inside. I want to pick you up and throw you in ocean, but Stroganov is not animal. You sure? You know, we've heard some tips that there might have been a gorilla involved in this murder. You kind of fit the bill, honestly.
Big man.
Thank you?
If I may, I was wondering. Is the cabin next to Mr. Asogi's currently occupied?
Da. I'm assuming that's da.
What's you again?
Susato-san? Did you understand that?
It sounded like da.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Good.
I think it's probably Russian for yes. Or no.
I'm sure, yeah, it's Russian for yes. Genius. It is not permitted to visit other cabins without invitation. ... Well, it's like there's somebody in the next door cabin at least.
Yes. It's tantalizing. Turns out it's Herlock's cabin.
Could you imagine? Could you tell us who's traveling in the cabin next to Mr. Asogi's? His name is Mr. Grimsby Roylott. He is very important Western gentleman. Oh, great, oh, great. There's our suspect number 1.
Grimsby is a place in England.
A Western gentleman? Do not think about it. He has nothing to do with murder of student boy. How can you be so sure about that? Mr. Roylott is authentic Western gentleman. I mean, we just had a gentle lady kill someone. Not... Such a man would have no interest in lowly student from insignificant Far East Islands. That was harsh.
Did you tell us when Mr. Roylott came aboard? Roylott?
That is not your business. Come to think of it, even though we've been at sea for 2 weeks now, and I've been in Cosmo's cabin the entire time, I've never once heard anything from the next door cabin, or even felt like there's anyone there.
Well, presumably, since this gentleman is occupying one of the first-class cabins, He must be rather important. Is that right?
That is not your business. Are you on watch here all the time, Seaman Stroganov? Duh, all the time. So criminals like you cannot come in or get out.
I wonder, could you tell us anything about last night at all?
It is sad about student boy. Were you on watch last night as well? Of course. And did you notice anything at the time? Anything unusual? Hit! Niet! I'm guessing that's niet.
Must be.
Or it could be het. He's just saying... that boy, he was no het.
No het. It was clearly a no!
Yeah. I saw nothing unusual. Nothing at all. And you didn't hear any strange noises or sense anything was wrong in some way? I said no. Sorry.
I bet he probably did hear something.
I'm not so sure. I could have sworn that he wouldn't catch my eye for a moment there.
I've noticed that.
Yeah. This is enough. I cannot say no more. I cannot say more now. Oh. It is time for me to report to Captain. You must return to cabin. Yes, alright. Bulkhead to second-class area staying locked at all times. You escape when the lobster whistle on top of mountain. Or as English say, when the pigs fly. Yes, I understand.
Good. Now we can investigate this area properly. Shall we?
Definitely. Yeah. Just the two of us now, Susano-san. It's
Bright
you and...
blue book?
It's you and me, instead of Cosmo! That book on top of the table, really... Hmm? You say something?
No.
Okay. That book on top of the table there really is huge. There's a pen with it, too.
Yes. I'm sure that's the ship's log.
Shall we have a little look through it?
The writing is so neat and precise. Every detail about the voyage has been meticulously recorded.
You wouldn't expect a rough and ready sailor to have such beautiful handwriting. Stroganov is just like, I enjoy writing hands.
Cursive, right.
Very, very nice. I enjoy writing poetry. Calligraphy is my second profession.
I write poetry every evening. It past time.
That's beautiful.
Anyway, look here. Last night's log is mostly blank.
Presumably that means there was nothing to report. Okay, so...
That's the way to the second class area of the ship. Is something wrong?
I was thinking about making a run for it, just for a moment. Things aren't exactly going well for me.
I might be wrong, but I imagine the moment you reach for the handle of the door, that burly seaman would surely shoot you dead. Oh dear, I'm sorry. Perhaps I went a little too far there.
No, I started it with my talk of running away. And there's no way I could run away while Kazuma's death remains a mystery anyway. This looks like a plan of the SS Buria. It shows each deck. Look.
It is a large-scale steamship with a purple-skinned hull. What a marvel of engineering!
Well, it's been playing on my mind for a while now, actually, but how is it that such a huge lump of metal doesn't just sink to the bottom of the ocean?
Oh, that's really quite simple, Naruhodo-san.
It is?
Well, considering the Japanese archipelago. Consider the Japanese archipelago.
The islands of Japan?
Yes, they're not metal. They are enormous lumps of earth many, many times larger than this ship. And they don't sink, do they? They've been floating happily on the sea since the gods created them.
Well, they're not floating so much as they're just propped up by volcanic activity that creates mounds of earth that pop out of the ocean, really. Well, I suppose so. Okay, let's take a look at this mousetrap here.
Mousy, mousy! A trap for catching mice.
Yes, we have plenty of those back in home in Japan. Although they seem to be using a lump of chalk or something as bait.
Let me see. Yes, I think that's what is called cheese. It's made from milk of cows.
Cheese?
What is this cheese?
I mean, if you just told them it's something like tofu, they'd be like, oh, okay, yeah. Cheese? I wonder what that tastes like.
You can't eat it, Naruhodo-san. The trap will snap shut on your fingers.
Yeah, don't worry, I can handle my hand!
Naruhodo-san!
My fingers! My precious fingers! I need those to point with in court!
How will you slap tables now?
Really? But, I suppose you're right.
You weren't actually going to try it, were you?
All I've had to eat for the past couple of weeks is Cosmo's leftovers. You don't know how hungry I've been in that wardrobe.
Or you. I'll find a little snack for you later. A bell.
What do you think this is? It's a very pleasing shape, isn't it?
That's the emergency alarm. It's probably best not to touch it.
Oh, an alarm.
It says, press only in times of emergency. It looks as though it sets alarm bells ringing all over the ship and brings the vessel to complete stop.
Oh, this I have to see.
What are you doing, Naruhodo-san? You mustn't touch it!
But this is an emergency situation! Just look at these handcuffs!
You know full well that's not what the alarm is for. If you were to bring this vessel to a standstill for no good reason, you'd be in an even worse situation.
I wish everything would just stop. This ship included.
If you have to do something foolish, at least make it something that doesn't affect anyone else.
Should I look at the door?
Yeah, I think that's Kazuma's one.
First class cabin number 1. Yes, that's our cabin.
Not our cabin. It's Kazuma-sama's.
Sorry?
Your accommodation is confined to the wardrobe inside the cabin.
You know how to make a stowaway feel small, don't you? As small as the wardrobe I've been calling home.
These cabins are the finest on the ship. My own cabin in steerage is number 539, by the way.
500 and... How many cabins are there? I guess she's kind of...
Too many.
I guess she's kind of in a smaller place then, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see here. This is it. This is the cabin next to ours. The one the ventilator connects to.
Yes. The ventilator from which Kazuma-sama wrote that he saw a speckled band emerging.
Maybe whoever's in the cabin can help solve that particular mystery. Let's ask. Bleh. Knock, knock.
Hello?
God. No oh, that's you.
Oh, you're right. No answer. We're out of luck, it seems. There's no one in here to help with our inquiries.
How annoying. Ah! What was that? It came from inside the cabin. Such a high-pitched scream. Oh, it was a woman. Stand aside. Oh! I'm about to break the door down.
He wasn't in there yet?
No, I guess not. I'm about to break the door down.
Mr. Sholmes!
I shan't be stopped. When the fit is on me, I revel in kicking doors off their hinges.
Please, wait, Mr. Sholmes! The door doesn't appear to be bolted.
It doesn't? Then how the deuce can I dispatch this muscular urge? What, pray, can I kick? I think we should go in. There's no time to think about the stress relief. Okay, Herlock, you're getting stupider by the moment.
He really is.
Ooh? Okay, so I actually do remember now. Okay, yeah, I actually did see this. I think I do know the twist of this character. So do you want to voice this character, or...?
I mean, I can attempt to. I mean, it would be fun. I mean, who knows why?
You want to be something stupid? Let's do this.
Yeah, I'll be something stupid. Who are you? Who are you?
Western gentleman? This man looks Russian to me. We heard a woman scream.
A woman? Don't be absurd. As you can see, there's nobody but me in this cabin.
Okay.
Sneep, sneep.
True, this old man does appear to be the only person in here. But in that case, who just screamed?
Get out! All of you, now!
Please excuse the intrusion, but you're Mr. Grimsby Roylott, I believe.
Yes, that's me. And you are... I'm assuming he's Russian.
Yeah, I am the one and only, the actual Herlock Sholmes. You've heard of me, no doubt?
No.
I am the great detective among greatest detectives. One who adorns the covers of popular magazines, no less. So I assure you, you must trust me completely. The man uses that magazine like a business card.
A detective? I do not trust detectives.
We distinctly heard a scream emanating from within these walls. But there wouldn't appear to be a lady concealing herself within the wardrobe this time. So might I be so bold as to ask you open that small traveling case?
Well, don't be stupid. How could anyone fit in a small trunk like that?
Well, it's quite fashionable these days, is it not? Traveling inside one's trunk. Don't look at me! What?
Oh my! Did you see that, Mr. Naruhodo?
Yes! The case just shook!
Leave now! Otherwise I'll call the steward.
So this is Cosma's neighbor, Mr. Grimsby Roylott. There's no doubt about it. This strange Russian man is hiding something.
I couldn't agree more. Let's see if we can find some clues before that burly sailor returns.
Alright, you wanna... Oh, he's just right over there. Wow, okay.
I just like it was just in the background.
Okay, wanna talk to him, or... Wait.
Should we save it for next time?
Huh? Oh, you wanna stop here?
Yeah. It's getting late for me now.
Yeah, that's fair, that's fair. Alright, we will, save. And we will be returning to
Investigate next time.
Alright. Thanks everyone who came by. We will talk to you later. Bye.
We'll be rationed tomorrow. Not tomorrow. What am I saying? Next time!
Oh, ignore that, that's just a phone call. Bye.